But sometimes this thing is trippy. It'll be on, but it won't be on. But no, it's okay though, cause it's not like we started. You can hear us now, right? You can hear us, sis? Holla, 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 holla if you hear us. Yeah, it's a slight delay. Yeah. That's how it is with live stuff. Live ain't really never live. All good. All right, bet. All right, so peace. And Sister Jamia gonna start us off because we don't got no questions in house at the moment. So what we gonna do is answer Sister Jamia's question. What is Sister Jamia's question? Go ahead, Josh. Read the question.
The question is: earlier you said Abib 1 is on April 1st. What moon phase dedicates New Moon Day? Is New Moon Day the exact same day of that moon phase or the next day?
Right. So what moon phase dictates or dedicates, it's the same thing in a sense, New Moon Day, right? So we're going to show you, what we're going to do is, we're going to show you on the screen. I'm going to show you the phases of the moon. That's what we're going to do. And I'm going to zoom in, make it dark, and I'm going to zoom in so you can see it. No, you good. I got to make it full screen. But we straight. So, yep. Can you make that full screen, Josh? Can you make it full screen? Actually, no. I'm tripping. Never mind, because I gotta go to another page. My bad.
Okay.
All right. Let me know, Jamia, if you can see on the if you can see everything clearly. So, let me just see how I look. Should be all right. Yeah. Okay. That's kind of trippy though. So that's cool. So look, this is what we're going to do. So simply, if anybody, whoever is concerned, what I will do is I'll read our calculation of Abib. Okay, and then we'll get into it. So, along with the 7th day, Saturday, weekly Sabbath, there are 7 high annual Sabbaths. Holy gatherings are held and no work is to be done. That's why I stress, take off, let your employers know about these feasts at the beginning of every year, right? It's to be done on these days. Leviticus, the 23rd chapter, lists all the holy days of God which commanded us to observe forever. Abib, the first month of the year according to God's solar lunar calendar, begins at sundown on Friday, April 1st. Feasts for the year 2022 are calculated starting from this day. All right, so that's just an introduction. And now all you can simply do is go to Google and type in phases of the moon. Okay? So, let's go to images. And let's go. This looks like a decent display right here. Hopefully we can make this bigger. Okay. Why are they tripping like that? Okay. All right. Hopefully you can see that, sis. Let's see. Okay, good. That looks like, if I can see it, I know you can see it. So, good. So the new moon, which is April 1st, this is the cycle of the moon. The new moon, you can't see the new moon. It's not like the new moon will be a little bit of the moon. No, the new moon is dark, right? And it goes from, here's the cycle. It goes from a new moon to a waning crescent. We're going to get to another crescent towards the end. And mind you, this is every month. The moon does the exact same thing. It's been doing that since the Lord created it. Waning crescent, third quarter, waning gibbous. And guess what? Full moon. When is the full moon, brothers and sisters? Well, this is the center and this is the center, right? This is where it begins. It goes through its cycles. And then in the middle of the cycle, you have a full moon. So guess what? Guess how you can tell if we're keeping the feast correct? Because you know other classes, like we mentioned, GOCC, no hate there. You know what I'm saying? It's all love to Israel. But we know that we're doing it the correct way, right? If people do it after us or people do it before us, we know that's not the correct way. How did I realize that? I personally realized that when the Lord showed me, oh, every April 14th, or I'm sorry, Abib 14th, which it happens to fall on April this year, every 14th, what is that? That's the Passover, right? And what's that? The 15th is the next day. What's that? Unleavened bread, right? Well, guess what, brothers and sisters? Every time we celebrate Passover and unleavened bread, guess what it is? It's a full moon. I'll even show you. That's how you know we're doing it correct. And you have to get it correct, brothers and sisters, because the Lord said in its season. Everything in its season. It has to be on the day God commanded, brothers and sisters. Not before, not after. That's why it's important that you get the feast days correct. Right? So another thing, I'll give you an example of why you got to get it correct. Remember what happened on Pentecost. Brothers and sisters, the Spirit fell on the day of Pentecost. That means you had to be there on that day. If you were a day behind or a day afterward, guess what? You didn't get the Spirit. The Spirit didn't fall on you. So it's important that you get these feasts right. All right? It's not a game. But let me go to Facebook and show you how real it is. Let me go to a post that I did, and it hit me. I was like, whoa. Because there's so much debate about which feast, which calendar, which feast, who's doing it right, who's doing it wrong. Well, we know we're doing it right, brothers and sisters. If you hear, you in the right place. All right, so let me show you something. Moon, Passover. I'm pretty sure a post I did should come up. Post. Boom, look at that. Look at that. April 6th, what happened? Okay, yeah, you just gotta click that one button and it'll get back to it. Okay, this one right here up top. You see that one? This round joint up here? That one. Yeah, click it. What? Hit it again. Okay, no, whoa, no, not that. No, brother, I said the button. You moving stuff? All right, so this button, if you just hit it, yeah, right there, yeah. Good look on catching that though. Thank you. So, look at that, April 6, 2020. God's, and I'm sure you can still see this, right, sis? Hopefully. Okay, that's when it was blurry. Okay, we got it back. So this is how you know. This is how you know. Hold on. That still don't look all the way clear. Alright. Alright. So we should be good. So this is how you know, brothers and sisters, that we doing it at the right time. Because it's always a full moon in the, what did we see? In the middle. In the middle, brothers and sisters. So the middle of the month, we know a month is how many days? It's 30 days. Mm-hmm. So the 15th is always going to be the middle. So look what I caught last year, the year before last, 2020. God's calendar never fails. It's always a full moon in the middle of the month. The root word for month is actually moon. There are 30 days in a month, which is the moon cycle. When is the Lord's Passover? Tonight at sundown. The 14th day of the first month at even is the Lord's Passover. And on the 15th day of the same month is the Feast of Unleavened Bread. And look at the moon. Every year since creation, brothers and sisters, the moon has been doing its thing. Every year, and the Lord showed our ancestors that. Okay? So now, the second half, second half, you got the waxing gibbous. You went from a waning gibbous to a waxing gibbous. See, now that full moon is getting smaller. That full moon is getting smaller. I don't know what happened to this. Here we go. Right? Then you got your first quarter. Then remember, we started with a waning crescent. It ends with a waxing crescent on the right side. Right? And this has nothing to do with the sun, by the way, because we know in Genesis, the Lord said he made two great lights. That's how we know science is BS, right? Because they say the sun is what gives the moon its light. That doesn't make sense. And the Lord said he made two great lights, a greater light to rule the day and the lesser light to rule the night, brothers and sisters. And this is its own light. Sometimes you can see the moon when the sun's out. Like, come on, man, make it make sense. But anyway, and then we go back to the new moon. So, matter of fact, sis, when it's April 1st is when it's this. It's going to go from a waxing crescent, and that'll be towards the end of the month before the new year. And then once we get to the new moon, because it does the same thing every month, right? We know that based on the almanac in Jerusalem, that will be on April 1st. And you will not be able to see the moon in the sky. And that is when the new year begins, sis. That's when the new year begins. So, hopefully that's some clarity.
Oh, Josh.
What's up?
I got a question. So what happens if it's two conjunctions? Like when you have the new moon, what if it's two? Like what if it's like that for like 2 days in a row?
Then you have to, okay, so I see what you're saying, because we have instances where I'll give you an example, but you just wait. You have to wait until, if you see that new moon or before the new moon and it's not a full day, you have to wait till the next day. Okay. And that's how sometimes it be a day out. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. I know what you're talking about, and you know what I'm talking about. If you don't know what we're talking about, don't worry about it. But you have to wait a complete another day, because you can't start it when it's, when you got stuff side by side like that. So sometimes we got to wait till the next. Yeah. All right, so Sister Jamia, let me know. Let's go back to your question. What moon phase dictates the new moon day? So hopefully that gives you, we just went over the phases. So it's the new moon is actually the phase. And is new moon day the exact same day of the moon phase or the next day? It's that day. It's that day, Sister Jamia. So hopefully that answers. That's why at sundown, April 1st, at sundown on Friday, April 1st, that is when the new moon for Abib begins. That's the first month of the year. Let's see if we can go, let's see if we can look at the almanac in Jerusalem real quick. See, because our ancestors were experts at this. We're going to read some stuff too. Jerusalem, salam, shalom, peace. Jerusalem is the city of peace. Almanac Jerusalem 2022. Oh, this is Bing. I don't know if Bing gonna do it. I don't ever use Bing. Who uses Bing? Is Bing even a thing? Like, what is Bing? Jerusalem. See, we on Jerusalem time. Let's see if we can confirm. This is timeanddate.com. So that's like being like at history.com, historychannel.com. This is time and date. So this is Everything you need to know about time and dates is at this website. And what do we see? Look, current time, March 27, 22, at 1:02 a.m. So that shows you where they are. They're ahead of us, clearly, right? That's the time in Jerusalem right now, 1:02 a.m. What moon phase are they in right now? Waning crescent. Well, of course, that makes sense, right? It makes sense that it's the waning crescent, doesn't it? Because the waning crescent is right here, right? So then that's tonight for them. When is the new moon? April 1st, 2022. April 1st, 2022, brothers and sisters. And that's going to be the next moon phase. Right? March 25th was the previous moon phase. Okay, so that's how it works. That's how it works. All right, so look, so that's the diagram, and it's showing you right here too. You go from third quarter to the new moon. So it's finishing up its quarter, and then it's going to the new moon. And what? April 1st. Their time, it'll be 9:24 a.m. All right, so that's time and date. So we know we got it right. But we even, we look at, we go to the almanacs actually, which is even more detailed than this. That's how we do it. And because we're on the topic, Brother Elijah actually sent out an email about the date, about the calendar, because you got some false doctrine flying around. So let me try to pull up my email, see if we can read that. What? That's weird. This is a message from. It works out perfectly that you asked that question, because Brother Elijah, I just saw an email from him. Let's see. Let's see, where'd it go? I just saw it. Hold on, y'all. Can you pass my phone? That's weird. I just saw the email. Give us a second, brother, Sister Jamia. Talk to me. What's up? Is it making sense? Is it not making sense? Let me know. Gmail. Oh, he sent it to the Israel Church of Jesus account. Israel Church of Jesus DC. All right. So look at this, y'all. He said this was today. He sent this out today. Yes. Oh, I should have said switch. Dang. Anyway, he sent this out today. Wrong calendar calculations. Peace, family. Please share the attachment as people are stumbling on these errors. Sadly, some brothers are going backwards spiritually and literally when it comes to God's calendar. Dang, that's deep. Sadly, some brothers are going backwards spiritually and literally when it comes to God's calendar. If they don't repent, they will keep going backwards like this. 3/4/22, fake Abib, not New Year. 4/2/22, month 2. 5/2/22, third month. 5/31/22, fourth month, and so on. 8/28/22 for the seventh month, which is not trumpets. See, that's why it's important. Like I stressed the importance of getting the days right. God said to remember in every generation on the specific day that he said, brothers and sisters. Now listen, their argument is that you cannot have more than 12 new moons in a year. That's like saying you can't have more than 12 hours in a day. Think about it. When it's obvious you have more sunlight in certain seasons, isn't that right? In the summer versus the winter, you have more than 12. The Lord said there's 12 hours in a day and 12 hours in a night. But the sun and the moon works as a tandem, and they work together to control the seasons. And sometimes, like in summer, it's not going to be 12 hours of daylight, brothers and sisters. This is what daylight savings is about. And Sis Tish even shared how the Senate passed, right, the bill on daylight savings, how it's no more from 2023, right? We all saw that. So thank you, Sis Tish, for sending that out. Right? So look how everything is always connected, right? That's how the Lord do things. So he said, that's like saying you can't have more than 12 hours in a day when it's obvious you have more sunlight at certain seasons. Oh, look, he even put the scripture. John 11:9. I didn't even read all this earlier. Jesus answered, are there not 12 hours in a day? If any man walk in the day, he stumbleth not, because he seeth the light of this world. So, though the months, moon, which we know, and hours, sun, center around 12, they are not static, but moving. We must follow their rotations to calculate seasons, days, and years as prescribed in Genesis 1:14. The Lord's New Year must come in a season to observe the feast correctly. And that's funny enough, I was just saying that. These are the feasts of the Lord, even holy convocations, which ye shall proclaim in their seasons. It has to be the right season, brothers and sisters. So let's see what he sent out. Because I didn't even see all this yet. Okay, it's the same thing. Got you. It's the same thing. So he just showed how that's false. All right? The numbers don't lie. That's funny. All right, so anyway, Sister Jamia, okay, all praises to the Most High. All praises to the Most High. Yes. All right. So now, we good? We good on that? We can turn this back up. Alright, that should be straight. How'd that look on me? Okay, I just need to bring it down a little bit, that's all. Yeah. Alright, we straight? Yeah, it's clear, right? Alright, that's a bit. Let me just... Yeah, I know, right? That's how it be. Alright, so glad to help out with that, Sister Jamia. Alright, so now... Okay, good, there we go. So now, any other questions? Do we have any other questions? Actually, let's go into the book, Josh. Let's read some book real quick. See, there's nothing wrong with understanding. Let's go to the book of Daniel. Huh? Yeah, that's a great question. It's a great question. A lot of us don't know how we calculate our days and our years and our months, our seasons. And we need to know. That's why we're going to Daniel. I'm going to show you we need to know. Daniel 1? Yup, you already know. Yeah. You already know, bruh. Come on, bruh. Same spirit, man. It's important. Where am I at? There we go. All right. So, pick it up at verse 1. Go ahead. Daniel 1:1. Go ahead.
Verse 1. In the 3rd year of the reign of Jehoiakim, king of Judah, came Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, unto Jerusalem, and besieged it. And what else? And the Lord gave Jehoiakim, king of Judah, into his hand, with part of the vessels of the house of God, which he carried into the land of Shinar, to the house of his God. And he brought the vessels into the treasure house of his God. And the king spake unto Ashpenaz, the master of his eunuchs, that he should bring certain of the children of Israel, and of the king's seed, and of the princes. Okay, and these are those certain Israelite men that they brought out. Go ahead. Children in whom was no blemish.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
But well favored.
But well favored, go ahead.
And skillful.
Skillful.
In all wisdom.
In all wisdom. Look at that. See, this could be you, right? You know how you see those memes like couples and stuff like this could be us, but you tripping. This could be you, but you tripping. If you want that wisdom, that spiritual drip, then learn how to get it. This could be you. Go ahead.
And cunning in knowledge.
Cunning in knowledge. Go ahead.
And understanding science.
Understanding science. So the Lord will allow his people and his chosen to understand science. Real science. Go ahead.
And such as had ability in them to stand in the king's palace.
Wow.
And whom they might teach the learning and the tongue of the Chaldeans.
Exactly. Good stuff. Good stuff. Let's go to 1 Timothy 6 and show you the flip side of that. Let's show you the flip side of that. See, this is what you got to be. This is why Brother Elijah gave us a warning, because you also have this. 1 Timothy 6 and verse 20, bro.
Verse 20.
1 Timothy 6. Wait, hold on. Give us a second. You quick with it, man. 1 Timothy 6 and 1 verse 20. Go ahead, bro.
Verse 20.
Yes, sir.
O Timothy, keep that which is committed to thy trust.
Okay. Okay, go ahead.
Avoid profane and vain babblings.
Good stuff.
And opposition.
Yup.
Of science falsely so called.
Oh, so you also have false science. You got people that understand science in a very sharp and cunning way, right? But then you also got some babblers that don't understand science and they promote false science. And you know, science just comes from the Latin word scientia, and that just means knowledge, brothers and sisters. But its in-depth definition is the knowledge of how things work. That's what science is, right? So you got to beware of false science that could get you thrown off when it comes to the moon and the stars and the sun and how all of that works, how it operates. We know how it operates because, hey, the Lord gave it to us to understand. It's all in the book, right? But you can't believe everything you hear. You got to fact check and you got to pray for the Spirit. Like we mentioned in the lesson, always pray for that good spirit to be on you, all right? So with that being said, that's going to be it on that question, all right? Do we have anything else? Who wrote Genesis? Great question. Kakashi's left pinky toe? Okay, Kakashi. Why is that your name, Kakashi? Huh? Oh, okay. Okay, that's funny. That's a very, you'll never be found out. That's very anonymous. Okay? Got you. So who wrote Genesis? That's a great question. Let's go to the book of Genesis. Let's go to the book of Genesis.
Oh.
Actually, let's skip and go to the book of Exodus, actually. Let's go to Exodus. That's a very good question, by the way. Let's go to Exodus 24. And we're going to skip around. We could have went to Genesis to show you how the moon and the sun are its own light. See, it's a false science to say that the sun's light is what gives the moon its light. That's false science. Because in Genesis 1, the Most High said he made two great lights. So they both have their own light. But anyway, Exodus 24, pick it up at verse 1, bro.
And he said unto Moses, come up unto the Lord, thou and Aaron, Nadab, and Abihu, and 70 of the elders of Israel, and worship ye afar off. And Moses alone shall come near the Lord, but they shall not come nigh. Neither shall the people go up with him. And Moses came and told the people all the words of the Lord, and all the judgments. And all the people answered with one voice and said, all the words which the Lord hath said will we do.
Will we do. And this is the key part. This is why we came here. Read verse 4. Go ahead.
And Moses wrote all the words of the Lord, and rose up early in the morning, and builded the altar under the hill, and 12 pillars according to the 12 tribes of Israel.
Go ahead. Keep reading.
And he sent young men of the children of Israel, which offered burnt offerings and sacrificed peace offerings of oxen unto the Lord. And Moses took half of the blood and put it in basins, and half of the blood he sprinkled on the altar. And he took the book of the covenant.
The book. He took the book, huh? Okay, go ahead.
And read in the audience of the people. And they said, all that the Lord hath said will we do. And be obedient. And Moses took the blood and sprinkled it.
Okay, you good there. So that book and those writings was actually the first 5 books of the Bible, brothers and sisters. And that's what Moses wrote. Skip down to verse 18. Go ahead.
Verse 18. And Moses went into the midst of the cloud, and gat him up into the mount. And Moses was in the mount 40 days and 40 nights.
Okay, remember this 40 days and 40 nights. All right, because this is actually when Moses writes all the words that the Lord told him, brothers and sisters. And this is how you got the first 5 books of the Bible. Let's go and confirm it. Go to Exodus 34 now. Go to Exodus 34 now. Exodus 34, and let's pick it up at... Funny enough, this connects to the first question. Read verse 18. Go ahead.
Verse 18. The feast of unleavened bread shalt thou keep. 7 days thou shalt eat unleavened bread.
Right.
As I commanded thee, in the time of the month Abib.
Oh, the month Abib, huh? That's the month that's coming up, isn't it? Go ahead.
For in the month Abib thou camest out of Egypt.
Oh, so that's just a side note, right? That's just a side note. Now skip down. That was for the first question. Let's go back and look at this this question, verse 26. Go ahead.
Verse 26. The first of the first fruits of thy land thou shalt bring unto the house of the Lord thy God. Thou shalt not seethe a kid in his mother's milk.
Right, that means to boil. Go ahead, verse 27. Look what the Lord going to tell Moses. This is how we know he wrote the first 5 books. Go ahead.
And the Lord said unto Moses, write thou these words, for after the tenor of these words.
Wait a minute, but where are we reading these words? In which book?
Exodus.
In Exodus. This is the 2nd book of the Bible. Well, he didn't write just the 2nd book. He wrote of the Bible. He wrote the 1st book, the 2nd book, the 3rd book, the 4th book, and the 5th book, brothers and sisters. Right? So that's what composes the Torah. Is the first 5 books of the Bible. Go ahead, bro. Read 27 from the top.
And the Lord said unto Moses, write thou these words, for after the tenor of these words I have made a covenant with thee and with Israel.
Okay, go ahead. Keep reading.
And he was there with the Lord 40 days and 40 nights.
Oh, I told you to remember the 40 days and 40 nights from the last chapter we read. Right? Go ahead.
He did neither eat bread.
Look at that.
Nor drink water.
Wait, so you mean Moses did what Jesus did? Yeah, brothers and sisters, like we mentioned in last week's lesson, there's many parallels between Moses and Jesus, which is why Jesus was that prophet like unto Moses. Okay? Go ahead.
And he wrote upon the tables.
What did he write?
The words of the covenant.
Oh, what else?
The 10 Commandments.
Oh, wow, keep going.
And it came to pass, when Moses came down from Mount Sinai with the 2 tables of testimonies in Moses' hand, when he came down from the mount, that Moses wished not that the skin of the face shone while he talked with him. And when Aaron and all the children of Israel saw Moses, behold, the skin of his face shone.
Hey, my man reading, ain't he? Hey, that's good. We good with that though. Let's go to Deuteronomy real quick. I'm gonna show you some more stuff. We're giving you proof that he wrote these first 5 books of the Bible, including Genesis, brothers and sisters. Because guess what? Guess what? Guess what? The Lord told him about Adam. The Lord told him about Eve. The Lord told him what laws to write and give to the children of Israel. The Lord told Moses about the creation. The Lord did that. He told Moses to write all this stuff down. And that's how we got the first 5 books. Okay, let's go to Deuteronomy 31, bro. Deuteronomy 31, and you can pick it up. Deuteronomy 31, and you can pick it up. Let's read verse 1. Go ahead.
Verse 1. And Moses went and spake these words unto all Israel.
Okay, stop. Let's skip down to verse 5.
Verse 5.
Yes, sir.
And the Lord shall give them up before your face, that ye may do unto them according unto all the commandments which I have commanded you. Be strong and of good courage.
Oh wow! Isn't that what Moses' successor Joshua? Don't we read that in Joshua 1? The same thing, right? See, he told it to Moses first though. Go ahead, bro.
Fear not, nor be afraid of them.
Wow.
For the Lord thy God, it is that doth go with thee. He will not fail thee.
Look at that.
Nor forsake
See,
thee.
that's why we have to have our faith girded up in the Lord, brothers and sisters. Just like we saw in the lesson today. If our hearts are perfect, he's going to work in our favor. Go ahead, bro.
Verse 7. And Moses called unto Joshua and said unto him,
oh, look at that.
In the sight of all Israel, be strong.
Wow.
And of a good courage.
Oh, that's what, so it happened there first, huh? And then we get to Joshua 1, and the Lord had to remind him because Moses has just died. You know what the Lord did? That's like the Lion King, bro. When he was like, remember, right? Mufasa was like, remember. Moses had just died, just like Mufasa died, right? And the Lord had to come down and be like, remember the words that Moses told you. And that's why he reiterated the same thing. The Lord called though. Just go ahead though, bro.
For thou must go with this people unto the land which the Lord has sworn unto their fathers to give them. And thou shalt cause them to inherit.
See, he even knew. He knew he wasn't going to make it there. Because guess how he knew? The Lord told him. Just like he told him to write down all these words. Go ahead.
Verse 8. And the Lord, it is that doth go before thee. He will be with thee.
Wow.
He will not fail thee. Neither forsake thee. Fear not, neither be dismayed.
Okay, and what is the moral of the story? Go ahead.
And Moses wrote this law.
Oh, Moses wrote this law. Oh, go ahead.
And delivered it unto the priests, the sons of Levi, which bare the ark of the covenant of the Lord.
Oh, so that means he wrote the book of Leviticus too, huh? Yeah, that's what that means, brothers and sisters. Go ahead.
And unto all the elders of Israel. And Moses commanded them, saying.
Let's skip down to verse 22.
Verse 22. Moses therefore wrote the song the same day and taught it the children of Israel.
See, just like you got some songs. You know what song this probably is? Go to the next chapter. If your Bible has like a summary of the chapter, does anybody's Bible have a summary of Deuteronomy 32? Does your Bible say anything about it?
It says Moses' song.
What does it say?
Moses' song.
Moses' song. So this is in Deuteronomy. This is the song we just told you about. In Deuteronomy. So we got him writing Leviticus, Exodus, Deuteronomy, brothers and sisters. And we know it was Genesis as well. So it's Moses' song. So now, you don't just have to take our word for it though. Again, just like with the phases of the moon, Google's your friend, right? Google's your friend. Just like we just Googled Jerusalem moon phases. Well, let's see what happens if you say, who wrote the first 5 books? You know Genesis is the first book, right? The first 5 books of the Bible. Let's see if Google know. Here we go. Look at this. A history of the Bible and who wrote it. This is right here. It came up. Until the 17th century, received opinion had it that the first 5 books of the Bible, Genesis. Okay, let me go into it. Let me go into it more. Agree. They make you agree. Okay. Okay, nah, they tripping. Hold on. This junk tripping. They make. Yeah, hold on. Let's see what this is. Let's see if they got something. New York Times article. How about we go to that? New York Times is generally a trusted source, right? It's a popular source. Let's see what they say. New York Times. So look, the 5 books of Moses from God's mouth to English. The 5 books. What are those 5 books? The first 5 books of the Bible, brothers and sisters. That yeah, what's up? Huh? Oh, go ahead. Yeah, do that.
No, it's not doing it.
Oh, you saying it's not doing it?
No.
Oh no, well, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Because that's all I wanted to show, that if you Google it, you can find that information as well. How do we know Moses wrote the first 5 books of the Bible? Well, we just showed you, brothers and sisters. The Pentateuch. That's also known as the first 5 books, the Pentateuch. All right. Let's see what this is talking about. And they don't got to worry about this online. They even got something of what evidence proves that Moses wrote the first 5 books of the Old Testament. The authorship of the Pentateuch. So if you want, that'll probably give you some evidence. You know, but we just read the evidence. You prove things out the Bible. Okay? So, that was Moses who did that. Let's go to John 5 real quick. Let's keep looking at it a little bit. That's why sometimes people will even call it the law of Moses. Because all the first 5 books, particularly Leviticus, Deuteronomy, and Exodus, it gives you that law, right? But John 5 and 1 verse 46, bro, when you get there.
Verse 46. For had ye believed Moses, ye would have believed me.
Look at that. Actually, go to 45. Start at 45.
Verse 45. Do not think that I will accuse you to the Father. There is one that accuseth you, even Moses, in whom ye trust.
Oh, Moses in whom ye trust, because the first 5 books, that's considered the law. Brothers and sisters, the Pentateuch. Go ahead.
For had ye believed Moses, ye would have believed me, for he wrote of me.
Look at that.
But if ye believe not his writing, how shall ye believe my word?
Because he wrote the first 5 books of the Bible, brothers and sisters. Let's go over to Acts real quick. Actually, no, while we in John, go to John's, while we in the Gospels, go to John real quick. And let's.
Heads up, you got another question.
Okay, cool. We got a couple more places. John 7. Pick it up at verses 22 and 23.
Verse 22. Moses therefore gave unto you circumcision.
Moses gave you circumcision, huh? Why? Because he gave us the first 5 books. Period, brothers and sisters. When he was up there 40 days and 40 nights, the Lord had him writing, right? He wasn't even eating, drinking, or nothing. He was writing the words of God. Go ahead.
Not because it is of Moses, but of the fathers. And ye on the Sabbath day circumcise a man. If a man on the Sabbath day receive circumcision, the law of Moses.
Oh, the law of Moses. Why? Because he wrote it. Go ahead.
Should not be broken. Are ye angry at me because I have made a man every whit whole on the Sabbath day?
Okay, now let's go over to Acts 15, and that'll be it. You're not going to find a verse that says Moses wrote the book of Genesis, but you do have the evidence and the proof that he wrote the first 5 books, because if he wrote Exodus, Deuteronomy, you know the Lord wasn't using anybody else to write anything down, right? He didn't use anybody else until later, right? So he compiled the Exodus, right, and the Genesis. He compiled all of that. He compiled all of that. He wrote it down, brothers and sisters. That's why the Lord used Moses to deliver the whole nation, brothers and sisters. So all our history, Moses wrote it down, including what you get in Genesis. Because our history starts in Genesis, doesn't it? With the 12 tribes, you find out that in the book of Genesis. All right. So Acts 15, bro, and pick it up at verse 20. Acts 15 and 20, and this will be it.
Verse 20. But that we write unto them that they abstain from pollution of idols, and from fornication, and from things strangled, and from blood.
And from blood. This is when they was having that issue about circumcision with the Gentiles. Go ahead. 21.
For Moses of old time.
For Moses of old time. Go ahead.
Hath in every city them that preach him.
And them that preach him doing what?
Being read.
What are they reading? They're reading his books. The first 5 to be exact. They're reading his books and that's what we do to this day. Brothers, this is how we know we're doing it right. We don't say those old books and that old law was done away with. No, the true church on the Sabbath day, the 7th day, they dealt with Moses' writings, which is the first 5 books. Read it from the top, bro.
For Moses of old time hath in every city them that preach him, being read in the synagogues every Sabbath day. Every Sabbath
day, brothers and sisters. And that's what you should be doing too. Okay? So hopefully that help you with that question. That help? Does that give a little clarity? Okay, good. Praise the Lord. So now what we got, bro? I mean, did that help toes person, wherever you are? Go ahead. What's that question?
So let's say, does baking soda need to be removed because it's a leavening agent, or does it have to be added to something to become leaven?
You just answered your question with the second half. Who's that question from? Nez. Yeah, you just answered the question, bro. It's not the feast of leavening agents. Right? So having the agent in and of itself, you don't have to throw that out because, like you said, it hasn't been added. And peace, by the way, bro. Peace, by the way. Hope you're doing well, bro. We missed you today. We missed you today, bro. But that question is a great question because it comes up every year. Comes up every year. So you know, so if it comes up every year, it should be discussed. It should be talked about. But we know it's not the feast of leavening agents, brothers and sisters. It's the feast of unleavened bread. So baking soda alone is fine. But like you said, once you add it to something, that's when it becomes, that's when the leavening agent activates. So then you have leavened bread now. And now that you have leavened bread, and remember, it's just bread, brothers and sisters. Don't get it twisted, right? You got all types of other stuff out here that can have leavening agents, but if it's not leavened bread, it's not a problem, right? It's not a problem. And since we've been using our screen today, let me show you something. Because I shared this on Facebook not too long ago. You can actually make it, well, actually, you know what? It's okay.
Yeah, because it wouldn't go dark.
Yeah, don't worry about it. I'm gonna pull up something I shared recently. And I'm gonna tag my brother in this when I read it, because it was information on the leavening agents. And if we don't have anything after this, this will be it. Okay, here we go. Here we go. All right. I share this every year. This is from the IOG. Okay. So, this is just for some insight, and I'll tag you in this right now, Nez. Tag you in this right now, bruh. So we don't have to worry. We don't have to mess with the screen, because you can see this right now. Boom. All right. So as the Feast of Unleavened Bread draws near, all right, the IOG Feast Committee has prepared the following information list to assist you in understanding and removing the leavening out of your home. We strongly urge that you read the labels of all bread products. It didn't say leavening agents, it said bread products, right? So what are leavening agents? Just in case you didn't know, anybody out there, leavening agents are substances that form bubbles of gas, carbon dioxide, which expands when a batter or dough is heated. Remember, that's the key, the dough, right? Their action makes baked products light and affects grain and texture. Leavening agents include yeast, baking powder, baking soda, which is sodium bicarbonate. Listen, only when mixed with a food. Brothers and sisters, an example: cream of tartar, buttermilk, sour milk, molasses, vinegar, or lemon juice. No, baking soda alone is not a leavening agent, because when does it become a leavening agent? When it's mixed, right? But again, no matter how you look at it, because you could say, okay, well, it causes it to be leavened, so therefore baking soda is a leavening agent, because without it, or without these different examples like buttermilk, sour milk, and all of that, then it wouldn't, what's the point? So even if you look at it as a leavening agent, which that wouldn't be wrong either, right? The science behind it is once it's mixed though. But even if you look at it as a leavening agent alone, just know that it only becomes leaven once it's mixed with that dough and that water, brothers and sisters. So having these products alone, if you have sour milk, you don't have to throw out sour milk, right? I mean, generally we do throw out sour milk, but you know what I mean. If you have buttermilk in your fridge, you don't have to throw out buttermilk because it's the Feast of Unleavened Bread, brothers and sisters. You throw out the leavened bread. And that's it. Bread products containing leavening. Here's some. If you have these products, this is what you want to remove. Bread, cookies, muffins, cupcakes, crackers, flour tortillas, right? And we know all the spots where you can get, unleavened pita bread, unleavened tacos. We even got a spot in Philly that has unleavened steak and cheese. Unleavened cheese steaks. So we know, yeah, the Lord got it covered. I see you, sis. No, I'm gonna just finish reading this out. Flour tortillas, croutons, self-rising flour, cakes, mixes, onion rings, pancakes, honey buns, breaded batters, pizza crust, biscuits. And let's keep looking. And then I think Sister Tish got something to add. Yeah, this was the same thing. Make sure, if you have not done so, please take inventory of your home to make sure there are no bread products. And like Brother Jonathan was saying, it's not just your home, it's your car, right? It's your workplace, wherever. A lot of people working from home now, but it should check your cars too. I always try to remind people, check, if you have a toaster, check your toasters. Go outside and dump your toaster out upside down. We got rid of our toaster, so we don't have to worry about that. But we got an air fryer, so we got to check that, right? Check your ovens, check your air fryers. If you have a microwave, check your microwave. I don't use microwaves, no more. But if you have a microwave, use your microwave. Check your microwave, I mean. All right? Make sure they are not in any of your quarters, such as your home, work, school, vehicle, gym, locker. Right? If you are going to eat out. This is some good information. Please ask questions about dishes you are unsure about. Stay away from chicken parmesan, as the chicken is fried in breadcrumbs, which comes from toasted bread. Meatballs used as to soften it when cooking, as well as others. Also, since breadcrumbs, croutons come from risen bread that cannot be in your possession. All right. So there's some good stuff. If you want it, just go to my page. I'll share it to the ICOJ DC page as well. What's up?
Certain fried chicken is breaded too, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you want
yeah, if it's breaded, yeah. That's what I thought we just read that.
So
I thought we just read that. Isn't that what we just read?
you said chicken parmesan. That's not the same thing, though, right?
Oh yeah, not chicken parmesan, but it's still breaded. That's what makes it. That's what makes it. That's why I said out there. Did we just say that? But yeah, bro. So yeah, you want to stay away from that, right?
Okay.
You can do baked chicken, right? You can do all types of other stuff, man. Just don't, as long as it's not breaded, right? Because those breadcrumbs is what makes it breaded, brothers and sisters.
You say coffee cakes too. Let's say coffee cakes also. Are you like people like their coffee in the morning? No coffee cakes. No Pop-Tarts.
No Pop-Tarts. This is also some good information for children. So look, parents, be mindful of the snacks you purchase for your children, such as candy bars, as they may contain wafers, which have leaven and may be unclean. Typical candy bars such as these are Kit Kat, Reese's Wafers, Bars, Twix, and others. Please read the labels. Don't forget to check the labels of products you are unsure about for leaven and cleanliness that you're going to purchase, right? Typically, a product will have these main three: yeast, baking soda, and baking powder. All right. So, what's up, Sister Tish?
So, there are a lot of different types of flours, for instance.
Yes.
So bread, is it just wheat? Because, for instance, we've got some flours that are made of like Sabbath.
Exactly. And then you'll be fine. So, let's look at the different flour, because it's not all flour. Let me see if I think I've posted some stuff on that before. That's right. That's a good point, sis. Why is it? Hold on, y'all. Okay, let's see if I got something about flour.
We got like fat flour and
You know what? Yes. So I do remember. This is great. So I do remember actually posting something about flour. That's cool that you mentioned that. Let me see. Post. I know I mentioned something from flour not too long ago. Check this out. I think this is it. Oh no, this is what it was. I said this. I think it's the same concept. Unleavened bread is any of a wide variety of breads. Now we're talking about unleavened, because that's why sis mentioned the different flours, because you could still have bread that's unleavened with flour, right? But this is what you need to know. Unleavened bread is any of a wide variety of breads, unleavened now, not leavened, unleavened, of bread which are not prepared with raising agents. And I think that was my sis point. Such as yeast. Unleavened bread are generally flat breads. However, you got to know this, not all flat breads are unleavened just because it's flat, right? So unleavened bread such as the tortilla, right? Because we talked about the flour tortillas, and roti, that's what they use in the West Indian culture, are staple foods in Central America and South Asia, respectively. So, but what I did was I did give a list of actual different flatbreads. Okay, so you got matzo. This is so you know. This is just giving it so you know, right? Matzo, Jewish flatbread. Lavash, Armenian flatbread. Okay, tortilla, Mexican flatbread. Roti, Indian flatbread, right? Kicha, Ethiopian type of flatbread. Tortilla de Roscodo, Chilean unleavened bread made of, what did my sister say? Wheat flour. Traditionally baked in the coals of a campfire. Bannock, unleavened bread, originating in the British Isles. Arepa made of corn and corn flour, original from Colombia, Venezuela. Reska is unleavened bread. What is it made of? Usually made of barley. Traditional in the northern parts of Finland. Bata, unleavened bread made of barley, corn, or wheat. Traditional in Egypt. Arbud, unleavened bread made of wheat flour baked in the embers of a campfire, traditional among the Arab Bedouin. And chapati is an unleavened flatbread originating from India in the subcontinent. So I will also share this to the DC page.
Is it safe to say that
where is that?
your unleavened bread doesn't have to be wheat flour? Or it doesn't have to be wheat flour?
It would be safe to only use wheat flour. I would say that. I'd say that's a safe bet. You know, but yes, there are alternatives like we just saw with the barley, right? That.
You know, they make a gluten-free. I'm sensitive to wheat. But
I got you.
Makes those cakes.
Okay. Oh man, see, what you doing? What you doing, Sister Cherie?
Those cakes are delicious.
You bringing stumbling blocks into the class. like, no, I'm just playing.
I just won't bring the cake.
No, wait a minute.
She said no.
Yes, please bring the cake. My point is,
Not even half.
they make that same Jewish brand. They make it gluten-free.
Okay.
I think it's from potato flour. But is that even really considered unleavened bread?
Let's look it up. That's a good question. Let's look it up.
That was my whole question and my whole point about different types of flour.
Got you.
The potato, I think it's from potato flakes flour, something like that.
I think that might be straight.
Otherwise, what the Ish people do?
The Ish.
Yeah, they make up their own.
But you know what? You know what the Ish people also do? The Ish people be doing some wild Ish. Because look at this. This is just a side note. I just posted this today too. It's funny how all this stuff just always works out like this. But did y'all see this? This article with the Ish people doing this crazy Ish from Newsweek?
Are those pigs? Are those pig turkeys?
Israeli rabbi says meat from cloned pigs is kosher.
Oh, wow.
What?
Wow.
Yeah.
It still came from a pig.
Yeah.
They were also caught one year repackaging.
Revelation 2:9, fake Jews.
Calling it this any type of chicken, calling it kosher.
Wow. Synagogue of Satan, right? I'm not surprised.
Revelation.
It's 2018. Israeli rabbi says eating cloned pork is kosher. Genetic engineering will prevent animal Yo, they wild, bruh. Synagogue of Satan. But let's look at potato flour. Is that what we looking at?
They have them out now. I mean, every Passover. They sell them now at the store.
Okay.
So it's just potatoes, but it's not bread.
Wor-
It's created to look like, but they're selling it as unleavened bread.
Oh, you know, it's good. It's good. It's right. They're right. You know why? How I know? Because look, it says potato flour is a powder made from ground potatoes that is commonly used in baking. Some cooks use it as a thickener, and it can also add flavor and texture to foods like cakes, breads, and cookies. But check this out. Like you said, it is a popular as a gluten-free alternative to regular wheat-based flour. So if it's an alternative to wheat-based, then that means it's fine.
So then that goes back to my original question. So then cassava flour, other alternative flours
Right.
are used to substitute wheat.
So then you good. Yeah, then you.
I've become very creative trying to separate from wheat.
I feel that if you have an allergy, you got to. You got to. Yeah, so there we go. So thanks for that, Sister Tish. So this looks like a good article too. This looks like a good article. So yeah, so that's some good stuff. I know that there's people online that will show you how to make unleavened bread. Oh, we back at the, I didn't even mean to do that. So we no more questions, right? Okay, so we done after this. How to make. Man, we missed you today, Brother Nez. I hope you heard those songs, bro. But see, look, if you just type in how to make unleavened bread, look at all these recipes. These from people that probably do not keep the feast. But I'm sure you got some people that do keep the feast that make this bread. Look at this. They even got the scripture. Somebody even got the scripture. 10,000 views, 31,000 views, 19,000 views.
381K.
Yeah, it looks like it. It looks like it. 19,000 views. How to make unleavened bread, home edition. GOCC, right. They got something up. How to make unleavened bread, 381,000 views, right? Recipe is in the description, so it's not hard, brothers and sisters. It's not hard.
Internet.
I have a recipe with sunflower. But I just put fresh thyme and
It's a 2-minute video.
and chop up some rosemary.
Sophia,
Let me do this. And then we done after this, y'all.
Let's make unleavened bread. First, you need 1.5 cups of flour, 1/4 cup of sugar, along with salt, pepper, onion powder, and garlic powder. Stir the seasonings into the water and then mix with the flour. Add more water as you need. Once your mix has filled with a soft dough, transfer it to the lightly floured cutting board. Knead the ball of dough around with flour. Divide it into 2 parts. Roll it flat and roll it. Pour olive oil into a hot frying pan. Place the flattened dough into the pan. Flip it after one side is turned golden brown. Repeat the same steps with the other ball of dough. Once the bread is done, you can store it in a sealed container.
Quick and easy.
Taylor does that.
Huh?
Some syrup on there.
Man, let me show y'all something real quick.
Taylor, don't you do that?
So y'all more than welcome. Y'all gonna be more than welcome to come over to our place during the feast. I'm about every day. hey, nah, we gon' yeah, y'all know what I do, man. Don't you know what it is. Post.
Make. pizza.
Yup. If I can find it, Kirsten makes some bomb.
I remember those.
I remember those days too.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. Let's go. Let's say pizza.
Chicken don't even be looking right no more. You know what I'm talking about, Brother Josh?
Whoa.
Here we go.
Hey, bro.
So we made some. This was me and Kirsten last 2020. Look at our 11 pizza. It's fire. So we're gonna do the same thing. Yeah, you already know. We're gonna do the same thing this time around. So y'all more than welcome.
Josh, do y'all use regular flour or like a wheat flour? As long as it don't have a leavening agent in it, you can still use the regular flour.
Correct. And you can ask. Let me ask what she used. What was your recipe for the unleavened pizza?
I use matzos.
Huh?
I didn't make that.
Oh, we did matzos. We used matzos. Yeah. Oh, it was fire too. Yup. So, let's see. Last thing. Let's see. I guess I could do that in Google, just so you know. Let's see if something pops up. If not, we can talk about it afterwards, but let's see. Let me see flour. Let's see what comes up. Let's see if something comes up. See, like for example, yeah, here we go. Boom, found something. List of 11 foods, okay? So I just saw something though. I know it said 11, but let's wait. So you don't gotta throw out your beer. All right, so we drinking Modelo's on the feast. All right, but I just saw something that caught my attention. So, which it just reiterates what we just talked about. Yep, vinegar, yeast, all of that. Hopefully I can find what they was just saying. They got a lot of info on this page. Okay, hold on. Let me keyword search flour. I think, is this it? Nope. Oh, that's weird because in here, if we go back, it looked like it was from this. Wait, hold on, y'all.
All-purpose Josh. Self-rising. Will rise.
Oh, here we go. Unleavened bread. I just saw something though. I just saw something about the different types of flour that was unleavened. Oh, here you go. It was from this. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't see it though. It said most foods made from grains is prepared with leavening agents. Right? Food such as matzah is specifically prepared without leavening agents. That's why I went to that. But then there's the unleavened bread. I think that's where I got that information from, this unleavened bread joint. Yeah. Unleavened breads are generally flat breads. However, not all flat breads are unleavened. Okay. So it depends on what you use. Oh, you got another question?
Nah, man. You read it. Yeah, read it.
Yeah, so all of these junks is what I mentioned. This is where I got that information from about these unleavened breads made with wheat flour. You want to use, if you're going to use some type of flour and you don't have an allergy to wheat, use wheat flour. That's how you can make flatbread. Let's look at one more recipe and then we'll be done. How about that? Unleavened bread recipe. Let's see if I put in flour. Is it still dark, bro?
Yeah, it's still dark.
All right. Oh, this is an Israelite sister because it says shalom. So let's see. Maybe you can follow her recipe if you're trying to make your unleavened bread.
Just different kinds. Maybe you need a little. Maybe you need a lot.
She knows she Israel.
Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing a quick recipe with you guys. Actually another bread recipe. We're going to be making unleavened bread today. The feast of Passover, Pesach is coming up, and also the feast of unleavened bread. And that's not canceled. And I'm going to share this recipe with you guys. Hopefully it will be helpful for you. And I'm wearing some festive earrings to match. I recently got my ears pierced and my coworker was like, you need to go get these earrings because you never had that childhood experience where you've been declared after you got your ears pierced. So I got some festive earrings, but so what you need is water, flour, salt, and olive oil. Really quick, simple recipe, so stay tuned. Okay, so to start this recipe, you need 2 cups of flour, so I'm just going to dump that in a bowl. Then you also need a half teaspoon of salt. Half teaspoon of salt. And 3 tablespoons.
I thought she was going to say what type of flour she was using.
Extra virgin olive oil because that's really good oil to use for cooking. You know, really good for your health. So you need 3 tablespoons of that. Then what you do is mix that all together in your bowl. Now what you want to do is add 3/4 cup of water in here. And I measured out 1 cup in case I need a little extra water. But filling everywhere. So anyways, what you do is you mix all that together and it should form a nice dough for you. So as you can see, kind of this one-handed. This is kind of the consistency that you will get. It's a little bit tacky, a little bit sticky, but good for what you're about to. What are you doing? Huh? Oh, yeah. It's still moving around. Still good for what you're going to do next. So I'll show you what it looks like when it's all together as a ball. So this is what it looks like when the dough comes together. You know, it's slightly tacky, kind of feels like Play-Doh, but not too sticky. And what we're going to do now is divide it into 8 balls, because it'll make 8 portions of the unleavened bread, and then roll it out. Okay, guys, my sister.
So you get the point. But anyway, I thought she was gonna say what type of flour she was using, but that's okay. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. So hopefully that helped with Brother Nez. You said Nez said something else?
Yeah, it wasn't a question. He was just commenting. Yeah, you can read it. You can read it.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right. Well, if we don't have anything else, brothers and sisters, we're going to stand up, face Jerusalem, and we're going to close out. Good job, Brother Josh. Give it up for Josh reading again. Already. All right, so we good, y'all. We'll see y'all next week, Lord willing.
Our Father which art in heaven,
Our Father which art in heaven,
hallowed be thy name.
hallowed be thy name.
Thy kingdom come,
Thy kingdom come.
thy will be done
Thy will be done
in earth
in earth
as it is in heaven.
as it is in heaven.
Give us this day our daily bread,
Give us this day our daily bread,
and forgive us of our debts
and forgive us our debts
as we forgive our debtors.
as we forgive our debtors.
And lead us not into temptation,
And lead us not into temptation,
but deliver us from evil.
but deliver us from evil.
For thine is the kingdom,
For thine is the kingdom,
and the power,
and the power,
and the glory,
and the glory,
forever.
forever. In Jesus' name.
in Jesus' name.
Amen.
Amen.
All right. Show for show for show. Good stuff, man. Already, you already know. Good stuff. Yeah. All right. Oh yeah, we good.
Slave.
Thanks, bro.
Slave.
1/3 already.